Okay, YouTube, welcome back to Aldrin Space Program Manager, Road to the Moon with the Flying Phent. This is our 8-year strategy guide, the first 8 years, getting the maximum budgets out of those budget reviews. And this is episode number 5. Episode 5. I just finished recording the last episode, then I took a break for lunch, now I'm back, and I completely forget what was going on. Let me see. 9 seasons left. We need to get... Oh, right. We hit the budget, right? Now we're going for extra. We have no missions scheduled. Do we have missions we can schedule? Lunar Orbiter or Mercury? I don't think we're ready for Mercury. Lunar Orbiter, maybe. We are ready for the Lunar Orbiter. Fantastic. Let us... Oh, I didn't have my headset plugged in. Have we already done the Lunar Orbiter? Why is there a rocket? We must have already done it. We did do it. So Lunar Orbiter, you're done. Get out of here. Stop confusing me. We got 3,900 bucks. We probably wanted to unlock a rocket with that, didn't we? We have a normal rocket. Do we have normal rocket people? We don't. We're ready for a human-rated rocket. Is that on the menu? Human-rated rocket? Yes. I don't think the Atlas Centaur has carryover to the Titan II. We can't afford to open it, though. And realistically, I think we're good for rockets. What we need to do is launch more missions. So let's look at... I know we can do both of these, I'm pretty sure. Biosatellite weighs how much? It was right there. 542 kilos. 133 for the orbiting frog. 542, 133... So 542 and 133, and then 331 to the moon. 541. The Atlas booster. Oh, the Agena cheaper. See, the Atlas Agena will do all the LEO things except for the big fancy one. And 366, I don't remember. 366, is that enough for this thing? It is. So there we go. We got a bunch of stuff we can do. What's going to give us the most prestige is the question that I have. 2,300 for that bad boy. And then for the Earth stuff, 2,300, 1,500, and 1,750. So I want to do this thing next. The Lunar Impactor. Yep, open it. Be open. And then manage payloads. Oh, you're only in the 80s, are you? Well, that's okay. We have people in training, right, to replace them. So instead of doing just 2 at 80 and then have the others kind of hanging out doing nothing, excuse me, training, instead of having the best 2 researching and the worst 2 training, since we have people in here already training in that area, right, if we look, that are going to get to 90, we might as well just research, and when these guys come out, then we can jump in to do it. We've also got an idle astronaut. We don't really need him to be idle, so let's send him off for training. He will break 90% with just 1 round, so we'll send him for 1 round. These guys can all do their thing. Evan Moser, his backup is Mission Ops. Did I click in the box? I don't know if I did. Jesse Mize is a flight director. Lane Neely was Trajectory and GNC as a backup, quite obviously. Levi Lopez was Propulsion as a backup. Parker Yoder was Propulsion as a backup. And Seth Brenner was, I'm going to guess, Spacecraft Systems? Spacecraft Systems. Okay, all done. What do we have idle over here? New hires. Perfect. We had an even split, right, between probes and other things, human rated. So let's just maintain that even split. You can do space probes because you're a little bit better at it. You can do crewed spacecraft because you're a little bit better at it. And then you can do crewed spacecraft because you're better at it. So we're going to have to make a mental note that we're down one probe guy. We're up one crewed spacecraft guy. +1 crewed spacecraft. I'm sorry, Excel, but the first character is neither an equal nor a minus sign. So you are completely wrong. No, it was an apostrophe, they said, right? Thank you for lying to me, Excel. So there we go. We're up one crewed spacecraft guy. Fine. It's the fourth quarter. We can't do any hiring or anything. We've only got $546. That's not enough to upgrade anything. So I guess we're done for the season. Excuse me. There's a frog stuck in my throat. I guess better a frog than an orbiting frog otolith. That would be uncomfortable. So we're ready to launch the Ranger 3 already. We're almost ready to launch the Mercury as well. Oh, that's huge XP coming once we start working on that Mercury program, let me tell you. So the Lunar Impactor we can execute right now. Jackson's backup is obviously spacecraft systems. And that will do it for him. He will hit 90%. Perfect. Glad to hear it. It's the first quarter. We can hire 7 more of these clowns. 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 90, 90. Oof, 2 90s. Neither one of which is very good. The 39 is too old. The 28 is too expensive and doesn't have skills that I like. I don't like anybody in this crew. I guess 23, you're not bad. You're expensive, though. You're young, but expensive. And the rest of you are all dumb. Not interested, unfortunately. It's kind of sad. I could really use more researchers, but they're just not a good fit for NASA at this time. Okay, well, we're ready to launch a mission, right? We can launch either Mercury or Ranger. I think I'd prefer to launch Ranger first. Ranger, let's select the rocket. Now, can we afford it? We can, but barely. Need 5 flight controllers. In which configuration, sir? I think it's everything except for, yeah, everything except for mission operations. Perfect. There's like a weird icon in here. I thought I saw something blue. Oh, something, oh, right, it's an impactor, so there's a red circle where it hits. Makes sense. Okay, so let's get our peoples. We need one of these guys. 2 seasons, 1 season. Okay, so one of these two we need to pull out of training. Who? I'm going to pull Alberto Ferro out because he's further ahead on his secondary skill. Okay, we need a trajectory in GNC. I'm going to pull Felix for 2 reasons. 1, he's further ahead on his secondary skill. 2, spacecraft systems is going to be more important than crew and payloads. Spacecraft systems. Propulsion, not terribly important. Both of them are working on propulsion. I'm actually going to pull Parker out. Do I want to do that? Then I'll end up with a smaller increase. I'm going to pull Levi out. Because here's the problem. If I pulled Parker out, he might not break that 90% mark. And if he doesn't, I'm going to get such a tiny increase that it'd be like a waste to send him back in. By pulling Levi, right, he's probably going to go up to like 83, 84. He should still get a decent increase there. He also has the 90% though, so we're going to pull Levi out. We need crew and payloads guy. Lane Neely, 2 seasons, or I'm going to pull Lewis Shelley, because again, he's further ahead, although both these guys are geniuses, so it's not going to be a big factor. And then we need a flight director. And in this case, I'm just going to pull the best flight director, which is Jesse Mize. Good. Manage programs, lunar impactor, schedule mission. Yep, it'll get up before we're done. 99997, confirm. There we go. Because if we look, right, that's what they're complaining about, is lunar impactor is, oh no, it's above. Is it the rocket that's not above? Uh-oh, that would be bad. Maybe the rocket's not going to make it. Which rocket did we schedule it with? The Atlas Agena. No, the Atlas Agena was over 80, wasn't it? Sure it was. Oh, no it is not, nor will it be. Okay, let's scrub. Scrub mission. I know for a fact scrubbing you get your money back. That's why I was okay doing that. Okay, in that case, let's go in. We'll remove the rocket. Remember, I didn't run it, so I don't want the rocket. You saw that save me in the last one. I almost ran the other lunar thing, but caught it because of the stuff. The rocket was there. So let's go with this bad boy then. Can we afford it? We can. Uncrewed suborbital test. At least 9. Right, now we need a whole bunch of people. A whole mess. 3 GNC, 3 systems. So I need to get 2 more GNC, 2 more systems, and a procedures. I don't know if I have that. Let's take a look. Oh, no, I need 2 more GNC, right? 1 and a bit. Either one of them systems? No, then I would need 2 systems, 1 and a bit, and 1 procedures. Huh. Which I don't think I'd have either. I'm not ready for this mission either. That's fine. Let's go to Project Mercury. We'll remove that from there. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and open a new program. Let's open the... I don't know which one's worth the most. You will give me 1,500. I think the other one's more. I think the frogs are worth more. You will give me 1,750. I forgot. 1,750 was a 1,500? 1,750 and 1,500. Yeah, so we're going to want to do frogs. Back. Frogs. Open program. Yes. No, I don't want to do it in here because I need to remove people from the other one. I want to do it by over here. You guys, you're done with that nonsense. Instead, you're going to be on this nonsense. And it's going to take a couple of seasons. Probably 2 or 3 seasons to finish that. How's this looking? 8 seasons to go? Okay, good. So we've done our hiring. These idlers can now go back into training, unfortunately. That was a bit of a waste, but there you go. Alberto Ferro was crew and payloads. Felix Whitson was crew and payloads. Jesse Mize was crew and payloads. So there's a lot of crew and payloads training going on. Levi Lopez was propulsion. And Lewis Shelley was mission operations. There we go. Okay, no more idlers. Excuse me. Oh, it's the first quarter. Oh, we already looked at this though, didn't we? I was going to say first quarter I can hire, but there was no one in here worth hiring. Yeah. It was unfortunate, but we had no one we could take. Okay, back to complex end season. Broke 80% on the capsule. Almost there on that. Okay, good. Okay. Now this time I really want to launch a mission. Can we? We have 3 rocket people ready to go. Manage rocket programs. Come on down here. I'm curious actually, did it assign them by the cheapest? Could we have done this thing? Oh, the capsule wasn't ready. No, the capsule is ready, isn't it? 85? Why couldn't we launch this mission before? The rocket wasn't ready? I don't know why I didn't launch this mission last time. 24, 29. I mean, it's only 1,000. It's a cheap rocket, too. Like, why? Oh, I didn't have people. I didn't have manpower for this one. The other one, the rocket wasn't ready. Now I remember. This one here, the rocket was not good enough. We must have another rocket that is, though. 75. No, we don't. Really? This kind of surprises me. In fact, not kind of. It really surprises me. All right, what about this thing? How's this? 77.5. So it's going to be another, not this season, next season we can launch the OTO. I don't like this idle not doing mission type nonsense. I'm far enough in, I should be running missions almost continuously. It's okay. I guess we can take advantage of this to spend our money on other things. Such as... Can we do one of these pro? I don't think we can. I think these are all really heavy. 244 transplanetary. We would need 2 seasons for that, plus the probe wouldn't be ready. Okay. And we're working on Mercury. I didn't have the mission controllers available for it, which is a good sign. We probably need to, a good sign that, it's not a good sign in general, but it's a good sign that we need to upgrade our mission control. It is a good sign for that thing. A good indicator. We should probably get our astronaut center upgraded as well. We're going to need them pretty soon. We need to start getting more of them going. The set center is fully upgraded, which is nice. The vehicle assembly building we should get going on as well. We can't really afford to. I don't think we can afford to upgrade this. We can afford to upgrade the headquarters. That might be worthwhile. We're maxed on projects now. So we kind of took advantage of this season to just do a bunch of kind of house cleaning, right? These are, well, at least Barbara's a new hire. Let's send her fitness to 75%. Colby needs to go for one more round of leadership. Larry Sanders is another new hire. He needs to get his fitness up to 75 as well. 75, there we go. Mission controllers that are idle. Gregory Anderson is a flight director. He needs crew and payloads. Marcus Trejo is a flight director. He needs trajectory and GNC. And Ricky Pierre needs trajectory and GNC. Oh, no, cancel trajectory and GNC. There we go. No idlers, no mission we can run, no money to do it even if we wanted to. We'll end the season. We're really milking the research on that rocket. Okay, good. The rocket researches are coming up. Frogs will be good to go this season. Okay, manage programs. Frogs. A rocket at 93% reliability. Perfect. That mission can go, except I have no money for it. Dang it. Dang it, game. Why you hate me? You were doing mission operations, obviously. Your backup is trajectory GNC. And here's the example I was talking about, right? Parker Yoder has now reached his goal in both of his primary and secondary roles. So now I can assign him anything. Now, I could do crew and payloads because it's lower there, but we know that we need more trajectory and GNC and spacecraft system people. So that's what I'm going to send him for. Seth Brenner needs spacecraft systems. Astronaut, who are you? What do you need? You need to get your fitness up to over 90. Wayne. Okay, we have some more money in the bank again. Can we afford this thing? Not really. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll save all our money, and that way we'll be able to launch possibly multiple missions next season. Okay, good. Rockets are coming up now. Okay. All right. Boost of R&D progress. Next 3 seasons. Perfect. Okay, now ready to launch a bunch of missions here. First up, Ranger 3 Lunar. That rocket is now ready to go, right? It's at 82.4%. Schedule the mission. Assemble it now. 990, 90, 90, 75. That's perfect. Schedule that one. I don't think we can afford to schedule another one, actually, now that I look at my fiscal situation. It's going to cost $4 grand, so we can't afford that one. Can we do Mercury? We can, if we have enough people. We need... We need one of everything plus a spare... It's one of everything plus 2 extra trajectory and 2 extra spacecraft. 3 trajectory, 1 propulsion, 3 trajectory, 3 spacecraft, 1 crew and payloads, 1 mission operations. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. One propulsion, 3 trajectory GNC, 3 spacecraft systems. We don't need the crew and payload. Oh, right. But we do need one of these. So yeah, one of everything except for crew and payload. And then 2 GNC, 2 systems. Can we do it? Let's take a look. What do we have right now? We have propulsion or crew, and we have a trajectory. Okay. So we need 2 more trajectory and GNC folk. 1.5. Seth and Ricky. 2 more of these. Parker. No, I don't have them. We don't have them. They're busy doing other things. All right, so whoever's idle, let's give you a job to do. Judah Wise, you're on your you're ready for your backup, which is spacecraft systems. And Alberto Ferro, you're ready for your 3rd. I'm going to send you for spacecraft systems as well. All right, no idlers. End the season. 90, 80, 90, 80. Let's launch the mission. Skip to the outcome. Successful. Another 2,300 experience. There we go. Close up of the moon. Study of lunar soil. Ranger impactor. Okay. Wow, we got 4 seasons left to go. We're at 12,000. We needed 9. So we're 30% higher than we needed to. Look at how we're just smashing Russia. They've done 1 mission. Out of curiosity, if we were to go in order on the list, what would be next? Sun Probe. You want me to do a Sun Probe? I don't like the Sun Probe because it takes 6 seasons. If I'm being honest, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan at all. Okay, well, we ran... I don't mean to go there. I want to come here. We ran the lunar impactor. The OFO is ready to launch. Is it still worth 1750? It is. Okay, let's go ahead, select the rocket, schedule the mission. It's going to use pretty much all of our money. 997, confirm the assignments. Here we go. Who is idle over here? The rocket person. Beautiful. This is just a rocket. We've pretty much maxed that thing out. Now, we can't afford to unlock the next rocket. So let's look. Are there any rockets that are a little weaker? 89.4, 84, that's human rated. So the answer is no. So I might as well leave them in here. What about this bad boy? It's at 94. Human rated that needs work? Yeah, let's move you guys. Up to this one. There we go. Idle astronaut is who? A guy who needs work on his fitness. That'll be enough to push him over 90%, which is wonderful. And then we have these people. You were crew and payloads. You were a flight director, so you need to work on propulsion. And Jesse, you're a flight director. 72 is the lowest. Propulsion. Good. End the season. Launch the mission, skip to the outcome, 1750. Okay. How many seasons do we have left? 3 to go. I'm about to start scratching my head. I'm running out of stuff to do here. Manage programs. We've done the frog. I'm not going to do the extended duration. We got Project Mercury ready to run. Okay. If I pulled everybody out of training, I might be able to do it. Right, because this is the problem. We need 3 and 3. Which means we need 3 and 3. And we do have some overlap, right? Seth and Seth is an overlap. Felix is not an overlap. Judah is an overlap. So we only get 1 Judah, 1 Seth. So there's 3. Then we would have to go with... Actually, I guess we could... Well, but those guys probably aren't ready, right? So we'd get those 2. We could do Ricky. Seth we already have. We could do... So we could do it with these guys. Okay. So in theory, we should have the manpower to do this. With no other missions going on. So let's take a look. We need a rocket. We have a rocket. Flight director we have. Good. We have 1 spacecraft. 1 trajectory. 2 spacecraft. The crew... 3 spacecraft, 3 trajectory. So I have all the trajectory and all the spacecraft systems. So we have our 1 propulsion. We have our flight director. We would need 3 trajectory GNC. 1, 2, 3. 3 systems. 1. I think I counted lane as a trajectory, actually. 3 systems would be 1, 2. I would need one more systems. I think I'm confusing myself here. I'm going to show you another trick that I sometimes do. I'm going to head back over here. We're going to go to Manage Programs, open it up, take a look at the eye, take a look at the layout, and you can see it here right now. I do this. I get a notepad, and I just start kind of marking everything down. So I just need to double check it there. Yeah, so let me break out our notepad. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be, we need a propulsion, GNC, 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 system, procedures, and flight director. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's everybody. Okay, good. And then what I do is we look at our list here. And I'm going to go for the hard ones first. So trajectory and GNC, we have 1, 2, 3. So that's counting lane as a trajectory and GNC. And that's fine. None of these people are doubling up in spacecraft systems, are they? No. So there's our 3 trajectory and GNC guys. So what I do then is I come over here and I just... Actually, I don't like doing it that way. I like doing it this way. As opposed to removing the white spots, this shows me that I've counted them. If you remove the white spots and then you miscount, you got to start over. You have a bit of rough go because you got to do everything from scratch. Okay, then we needed 3 systems guys, right? So let's see, 1, 2, 3 systems guys, but it means we have no propulsionist. Okay, so I'll remove the 3 systems. I don't think you can see removing the systems, but trust me, I am. Okay, so do we have a propulsion that isn't being used elsewhere? We do. Evan Moser is propulsion not being used elsewhere. Perfect. We have a flight director right here, Gregory Anderson. Perfect. All we need is a procedures guy. Do we have a procedures guy in this list? We totally do. Oh, but he's doing... Oh, no, we totally do. We should have everybody we need. Wow, what are the odds of that? Schedule mission, assemble now, auto-assign. Now, it may screw up. It didn't. Every now and then, because people have multiple skills, what the game might do is, like, try to assign... They'll assign somebody like who's got a 90 in propulsion. They'll assign for propulsion. And that'll leave the guy that I thought should do propulsion to fill in the other spot. So like maybe Seth Brenner, you know, he's a 90 in propulsion and 90 in GNC, whereas Evan Moser's a 90 in propulsion and 90 in procedures. It'll put Seth here, then try to put Evan there, and Evan doesn't, you know, he's a 60. So even though you know you have the right people, when you auto-assign, just go through and double check that all of your people are assigned properly still. But I'm good. I'm going to assign it. It's going to cost us a whole bunch of bucks. That's fine. It's not worth a lot, this one. It's only worth 220, but it opens the door for this bad boy here, which is worth another $3,000, I believe. Look at that, 3,470, and we should be able to run that next season. I'm very excited. Advanced training, fitness, single training course. We have a bunch of people here available. I bet there's some of them are rocket folk. No, crewed spacecraft, crewed spacecraft, space probe. Excellent. So we need to open programs. We can't afford to. So we may just have some people sit idle. Let's just make sure everyone's got a 90 somewhere. Jason does not. He needs to go back to space probe training. 90, you don't. You need to go back to space probe training. 90. So human rated rocket. 90, and 90. So we have one guy that we can assign. He's up here. Human rated rockets. There we go. Yeah, 90%. Perfect. Excellent. These other 3 guys, I'm just going to leave them idle. They're only going to be idle for 1 season. It'll be fine, I think. I'm going to go back and double check their morale, but I think it will be fine. 90, 100, 100. Yep, we're good to go. End the season. Yes. 90% on that rocket. That one's barely moving. Look at this. Huge reliability. 92% reliability. Launch the mission. Skip to the outcome. Successful, another 220 experience. Uncrewed suborbital flight test, perfect. Events. Nothing. We need another pilot. Another astronaut. I'm sorry, not a pilot, an astronaut. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to run the mission. We can't afford it. We would need... Oh, we can't afford it. Holy smokes. Okay, let's pull an astronaut out of training then. Wayne Holmes was probably going to break 90% just from that. Let's take a look. And look at that. Wayne Holmes broke 90% in fitness. Perfect. So, mission, manage, Mercury. We've done the uncrewed. We want to do the crewed one. Assemble it. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 70, 90, 90. Perfect. Confirm the assignments. 38? What? You seriously telling my idle astronaut's a 38? I thought I had a... Okay, well, that was my mistake then. I thought he was better than he was. Colby McDonald. You're coming out. Yep. How'd you end up? 87.1. Perfect. Okay, well, you, sir, require leadership training before you are accidentally assigned to an active flight crew going to space. You almost went to outer space, you clown. These guys are all good to go. It was here. We needed a 90. Perfect. Mission assembled. Cost us an arm and a leg. That's fine. Who do we have idle? Crewed spacecraft, crewed spacecraft, crewed spacecraft, crewed spacecraft. Probe, crewed spacecraft. We have reached the maximum reliability for the components. That's what happened there. Okay, fine. We have idlers here. Alberto, you're going to go back for spacecraft systems training. Clayton Olivas, what was your backup? Trajectory and GNC. Sounds good to me. Is it time to start cross-training? How many seasons are left in this budgetary period? 2. Yeah, I'm going to start cross-training. So all these guys that are human crewed spacecraft, they're going to go for a single training round of space probes. Ditto for any space probe people, they'll go for a single training round of crewed spacecraft. Just to start building on that flexibility that I like to have. Okay, so we're good to go. We're going to end this season. 93. Over 90. The only thing holding us back is money. Skip to outcome. Successful mission, 3,350 prestige, Mercury suborbital flight. Oh. They have opened the lunar impactor. We have a man in space. We are just absolutely molesting Russia at this point. Like just, there are no words. And look at this. We needed 9,000, right? Prestige, we've almost doubled it already. Literally, the thing holding us back is money. If it wasn't for friggin' money, we would be the master of the universe. Do we have 2 seasons left or just 1? Oh, last season, that's too bad. If there was 2 seasons, we would be able to do the unmanned orbital flight and then do the orbital flight. I wonder, what is the reliability with the penalty? If we were to just try and do it, we would still have 92%. Holy smokes. I have never skipped uncrewed orbital flight test before. Look at how much prestige we would get. Oh, we can't afford it anyway. We can't afford to run it. Can we afford to run this? 38. Nope. Can't afford either one. Okay. Well, in that case, let's think about, I believe we have, yeah, we have idle human-rated rocket people. Can we afford to open a human-rated rocket program? Oh, we are so not ready for a human-rated rocket program. Okay. Oh, that's right. Those first 2 we can skip. We can't unlock another program, though. So those 3 guys are all human-rated rockets, right? 1, 2, 3. They're just going to have to sit idle for now. Astronauts are going to go for their prospective training. I believe some of these people are going to be going in for fitness. Yeah, here we go. Carl's going in for fitness. Whoa, whoa, I obviously clicked on the wrong thing there. If it was saying 30%, that does not jive with what it should be. You need leadership. Oh, alright, it was supposed to be continuous, but that's fine. 84. You're going to get 5.5. You only need 1 round. And you have done it. So, why not? This stuff may become important in a patch that comes out tonight. I don't know if there's a patch coming out tonight. Don't take that as like an indication that there is. I'm just saying if there is a patch tonight and that becomes important, I might as well start training in it. Idlers here. Let's get them continuing to train. Evan was obviously doing mission ops. Felix has done the 2 major ones. He can do the last one to fill in. You need your lowest skill worked on, which is spacecraft systems. You're doing trajectory and GNC as your tertiary skill. Jesse Flowers, you are propulsion. You are 74.7 is your lowest. 90 Judah Y, spacecraft systems, yes. Lane Neely, you've done 2 already, you're on your tertiary. You've done 2 already, you're on your tertiary. Louis Shelley, you've done 2. You can do trajectory then. Marcus Trejo, 8877, your weakest is mission ops. Parker Yoder, you're going to work on trajectory. You're going to work on systems. And you are obviously working on spacecraft systems as well. Okay. So we're not running anything. We also have no money though, so it's fine. Do we have enough to upgrade anything? We could upgrade that. That is fully upgraded. That is fully upgraded. Could upgrade that. That's interesting. I guess we can't afford it right now, but otherwise we could. And that. Okay. Let's take a look real quick before the year ends at potential new hires. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 people over 90. Wow. Anthony, you'd make an excellent flight director. You're there and there. You, Ruben, you just suck across the board. Tucker. Tucker's acceptable, mainly because of the price. Ruben I don't like. I'm not a fan of Kyler's age here either. Should I just hire the 2? The advantage of doing it now, right? These guys are both very acceptable. The advantage of taking these 2 is that next quarter, I'd only have to hire 4. And I could afford to be more picky because I wouldn't need to get 6. I'm going to hire these 2. Yes, astronauts, it's about, we kind of need to start going with the astronauts. Once we finish this budgetary review, the money's not going to be a factor, so let's just go ahead. Look at that, 97, 97, 57, that's not great. That's not great. It's not great. All right, let's take a look at ages then. 25, you know what? I'll take you because you're young. 24. I'll take you because you're young. 4 is a good enough number for now. I'll take those 4. And we've already looked at these guys this year, haven't we? Oh, we haven't. Oops. Oh, no, we did. There was no one worth hiring. Right. Okay, so we hired 2. We got to get 4 more out of that batch. We've hired a good number of astronauts. No programs can be run. We got no upgrading to do. We can afford this. You know what? No, you know what? I don't need it. I really don't need it. Yep, I'm going to call that, we're going to call that a season. Yeah, these are all human-rated rocket people, right? Yep. Yeah, I know they're idle. Let's go. Proceed. And they have done the uncrewed suborbital flight test. So they're kind of skipping straight ahead to trying to do space-based missions because they know they have to. But there you go. We hit the goals. Now, what's interesting here, if we take a look, we're at 17,000, right? We only need to get 26,000. We need 9,000 prestige to hit the next level. 9,000 prestige is nothing. If you recall, the very next mission to run, and in fact, we can schedule it this season. I guess not the next one. There's the uncrewed, but then right after that is orbital, which if you look right there, 5,600 prestige. Beyond that, you can look at duration level 1, 6,850. It's probably going to be worth less because you would have already done man in orbit. You know, so each of these, but I mean, even without those bonuses, you can see all you have to do is run 1 Mercury per season. And by the time you're done Mercury, you'll have your 9,000. Now, my Mercury capsule, if we look at its reliability, is maxed out. So what I would recommend going forward, because this is it, right? This is the first 8 years are over. We've hit the 2 budgetary review periods and maxed them out. So as far as I'm concerned, strategy guide complete. But I'm just going to give you some tips moving forward. Now that we've reached this point where our Mercury capsule is completely done, what you probably want to do is get working right away. No dilly-dallying on Gemini. Now, I don't recommend doing the Gemini full program, right? It's this, there's many Geminis, but this is the main Gemini program. These other things are like miscellaneous Gemini projects you can do for bonus things. Like they're kind of like practice type stuff, but all you have to do is the main Gemini here. Here's what I recommend you do. Open the Gemini right away. Start researching Gemini. Once you get your Gemini capsule maxed out, go ahead and save up money until you can unlock Apollo. Unlock Apollo and literally dump all of your efforts into the Apollo program. The only reason I recommend even doing Gemini at all is because, again, there's carryover. Now that we've maxed out the Mercury reliability, unlocking Gemini means your Gemini is going to start at a huge boost. It's not going to start at 3% reliability. You know, that capsule is going to start pretty reliable right off the get-go. Will it tell us here? Yeah, initial reliability, look at that, is at 69.6%. So you unlock this program and you start working on the spacecraft. Once you get this spacecraft reliability maxed out, and you can run a few of these missions, sure, go for it. You know, help get that reliability up once you break the 80% mark. But once you hit that maximum reliability, you want to go for Apollo to get that bonus Apollo, to get the bonus Gemini research that'll carry over to Apollo. And then just hammer your way down Apollo. Even right now, right, it's starting at 37% for the CSM and 42% for the expedition module, both of which are crewed spacecraft, by the way. You're very quickly going to find you need a lot of crewed spacecraft people to deal with Gemini and Apollo. To kind of round it out, though, to kind of help you out with your prestige and keep getting up. It's not a big deal for us. We're going to have the prestige, but you're going to find you're going to start having some idle people. That's when you can start running kind of other random missions. You can finish off the lunar probes. You can finish off the Earth things. Once you get people that have like all three of these are maxed, all trajectory GNC spacecraft systems and crew and payloads are all maxed out, you can start doing some of the longer term missions. Stuff like the Sun probe, that is a 6-season mission. And remember to check these, right? Don't just be like, oh, I can do the Sun probe. You know, I got the mass. Let's do it. Be aware that you're going to be locking in flight controllers for 6 seasons. And that's a long time to have flight controllers locked in. Make sure you have those 6 seasons to spare before you do. Because if you're ready to launch an Apollo mission, but you can't because you're on season 2 of a Sun probe, you're going to be pretty pissed at yourself. So yeah, use that to fill in the blanks. But really at this point, if you're doing the campaign like we started here, definitely hop onto Gemini, do Gemini, start really climbing your way through Gemini. As soon as your Gemini capsule has your maxed reliability, go straight for Apollo. Then basically stop doing Gemini. Leave it open so you can run missions when you don't have an Apollo mission to do for the prestige and stuff. But realistically, you're just going to ditch Gemini, abandon the whole thing, and just go straight for Apollo. Once you got the reliability up on this stuff, start working on the Project Apollo that's in the moon here. And start working through these things too. The only thing you're looking for, as soon as you have no reliability penalty for unachieved goals, start launching these. Launch these whenever you can. You'll find yourselves get to the lunar landing, the LOR, very quickly, and then it's game over. Then you'll beat Russia. And I mean, all you have to do is look, right? You can see Russia has done practically nothing. So they're taking huge penalties on everything. And we've already done man in space. You know, we've done man in space, we've done space plane, we have done lunar stuff that they just unlocked the lunar impactor, right? And I mean, look at it. We're done with the moon. The moon no longer holds any mystery for us. It's just a question of getting people onto it. So yeah, I hope that that helps people out who, like me, weren't quite sure how to proceed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of leave a save here. I left a save for each episode, which is why I notice there's a blank on 3, because 3 was so long. I did 3 and 4. So this is the end of episode 5. I'll put a save in there. If anyone wants to see me finish this off, let me know and I can. I'll make sure not to delete that to save, and we can keep going. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of the strategy guide. I'm going to go ahead in my own time and play the sandbox mode, because there's a lot of missions I've never got to do. And I would really like to just like do every mission in the book. You know, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'd also like to start playing as Russia. If you're having problems with hard and buzz hard difficulty, let me know. I'm working on hard myself. I'm very close. I think I'm going to win. But I'm working on hard myself. Buzz hard might take me a while to figure out. But yeah, if you need any tips or suggestions, let me know. This episode was a little longer. I'm not going to cut it up, though. 45 minutes to end the thing. To end the whole series, I'm okay with that. But there you go. 2 budgetary review periods. Not only did we get the maximum budget, but we have actually absolutely smashed it. And I hope that was helpful for everybody. If you did find it helpful, please leave a like. I really would appreciate it, and it really does help out. You can also subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of my content. And if you need to get a hold of me, you can leave a comment. You can get a hold of me on Twitter, or you can do that through Google Plus as well. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.